Saving money this time of year is almost impossible. But today we're going to share tips on some saving habits for the holidays. So, welcome to Making Money Personal podcast. Welcome to the studio, Liz.
Oh, hey, nice to see you, Terry. I mean, I'm usually always here.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. And today I'm really excited that it's not that I don't love to have guests, but every once in a while it's nice just to have the two of us and
A little
chit
chit-chat.
Yeah, exactly.
A little chit-chat moment.
See how we work together? It's like
You're already reading my mind.
Exactly.
Or I'm already reading yours. Whichever.
So we're doing a little bit of an episode about saving for the holidays or saving money during the holidays, which is really difficult to do.
Oh, yeah.
And this episode is coming out a little bit close to Christmas, and so if these are things that you can't implement this year, then we'll keep in mind for next year, right? I mean, I feel like that's what we're thinking about. Right?
I mean, I know that's me every year. I'm
Right.
like, oh, next year I'm going to do this better.
So
next year I'm going to do this better.
You need to listen to that podcast.
I need to listen
next
to
year.
my own advice. Yes,
need-
that's exactly what I want.
You need to set a calendar to like go back and listen to this like around July.
Yeah.
Right.
Review podcast
exactly.
episode.
Maybe we should do this in July, like a Christmas in July.
Oh,
series
that's a
or
great
something.
idea. Yeah.
But anyway, okay, enough about our shortcomings as far as like getting this out closer to the holidays. We're going to start right off. I just have a quick question for you.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a substantial gift that you purchased that maybe was like lackluster, or that was it worth it? I think is
Was it worth it?
was it
Ooh.
worth it?
Well, okay, so one comes to mind. One year, my husband Phil wanted a gaming laptop. So I was like, well, I'll save up for this gaming laptop. And I didn't know anything about purchasing gaming laptops. So he had selected one that he picked out. And I said, fine, I'll go with the one he selected. But it turns out he also doesn't really know what's involved with gaming laptops.
Yes.
So I got it for him, and it was nice because I was just like, he didn't have his own computer, first of all. So I was like, well, I think it'd be good if, he had his own computer and he wanted to use it to play games as well. Perfect. Well, after about a year, the thing overheated and it kept crashing on him. So to me, it was just one of those things like I should have done more research. I should have talked to more people, but, and we'll get to this at some point, that comes with the long-term planning thing.
Yes,
so I was
right.
kind of in a bit of a crunch. And I just didn't have the time to really do the research. And I ended up kind of making a decision that I probably should have made a different one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's the thought that counts, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. And the warranties, apparently.
And the
Okay.
warranties. Good point.
All right. So now let's talk about the different habits. We have 5 of them.
Well, hold on. Can I ask you what your purchase was?
So interestingly, my most memorable, or my largest, I think it's going to be the largest purchase that I've made, hasn't happened yet. It actually happens this year.
Ooh.
And I don't know if Bill and the girls listen to this or not. It's shameful to say. He usually does. But we're going on a trip in next September. So I'm giving it to them this year. And it is the most expensive gift I've ever given. So we don't know how memorable it's going to be yet. All I can tell you is that I'm budgeting for it big time. And I think that's one of the habits that we're going to be talking about as well. But yeah, so I'm excited about that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm there's some suspense here because I'm curious as to where this trip
Where it's
is going to
gonna
be.
Okay.
I know you can. Are you going to share it?
Yeah, I can share
Okay,
it.
I guess you can share.
We are, so it's kind of, it's special because it's our 30th wedding anniversary. So we're going to Italy. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Ooh, that's so
Yeah.
exciting.
So I'm doing a lot of research right
The
now,
research.
just in terms of, is it better to, go with an inclusive package, or, do I do things separately in terms of, locating which city we want to go to, and then, organizing the transportation for that, and, our hotels or our Airbnbs. So I've got a couple of resources that I'm going to have coffee with, just in terms, because they've been to Italy several times, and assure me that it's not as expensive as we think it can be. So, but again, I'm just right now, it's the research phase, and we have until, we have a while before we actually have to pay for it, but it's going to be under the tree this year. So I'm
Nice.
excited about it.
And
They
then-
all, honestly, they already know.
Oh, they already
about
know.
it. They
Oh,
already
okay.
know
Well,
about
you know
it.
what?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Well, I can't wait to hear about the trip. I know we'll obviously be chit-chatting with each other before you even go.
Right.
But for some reason, all I got in my head was European vacation. And
Yeah.
all
No,
I
that
picture,
would be us.
All I picture
That
is
would
the
be
Griswold
us.
family driving around Europe, and that'll be Terry, Bill, and the two girls.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely.
That'll be fun. Yeah. So you wanna introduce the rest of the episode? Like,
Sure,
where we're going? I know I
yes.
kind of cut you off before.
Yeah, no problem.
you got
So
into it.
I just wanted to mention that we do have 5 habits that we're going to be sharing and about ways that you can save during the holiday season. So with that, I think you're going to take habit number 1.
Yes, I do
right?
have habit number 1. And again, these are probably things you may have heard before. You know, we kind of revisit this year over year. But the first one is obviously set a realistic budget. When it comes to holiday prep and holiday planning, budget should be the top of the list because it is so easy to overspend.
Right.
And it's so easy to lose track of how much you're putting towards these gifts. And it's not just gifts too. That's the other thing. Like when I think of Christmas budgeting or holiday budgeting, I think, okay, well, my gift list, it's beyond the gift list. It's food, it's travel,
huge.
it's decorations.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing that I don't usually consider. And next thing you know, I'm going out to the store and I'm buying new Christmas decorations. And then I'm like, wait, why is my credit balance so high? And you realize, well, that's exactly why.
Right.
And that wasn't in the list. So it's priority number 1 anytime it comes to holiday planning is budgeting. So budgeting tools, most of us know. You can use an Excel sheet. You can use a pen and paper. You can use your phone. I have a little checklist on my phone. You can use other tools. So there's options out there to get it put together.
Yeah.
What about you? What's your budget list?
My budget is usually an Excel spreadsheet.
Yep.
My question to you is what happens when you go over budget?
Ooh, what happens? Well, I stop spending it all. Like I'm
Do you
done.
really? Oh,
Well,
that's good.
It's usually it's over budget, right? So I'm kind of like, okay, well that means that I need to stop,
Right.
basically.
Right.
And I don't usually wait until like the last month to do all my purchasing anyway. So I wait, I look at where I'm at, and I will, if I have a little extra cash, I will actually throw that towards my balances. If it's being, if it's put on balances. Sometimes I pay cash, it depends. We'll get to that later. But yeah, so I'll try to kind of like focus on at least just maintaining that level or pulling it down a bit before I purchase anything new.
Right.
Because it's common and easy to overspend, but if you do, you don't want to keep going there. You don't want to keep pushing that up.
100%.
It's only going to make it harder to pay off.
Yep.
So yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
I don't know if it helps anybody listening, but it's just a dial back thing. It's like pull back on the reins.
Right,
really.
exactly. And 100% I agree with that. And actually, I just did the same thing this week. I was talking to my oldest daughter. She hadn't given me a list yet. And then, and I've been asking her for almost a month. I need a list, I need a list, I need a list. And then all of a sudden it was like an explosion of items that it was just like boom, 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 boom. And she has bought some things on Amazon, and she says, if I like it, I want to see it before, it's approved. And then if I like it, then you can put it, you can pay me back, or, it's on my Amazon account or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. So that was what we were doing. That was the process. And then I started looking at all of the money that was like racking up super fast. And then I said, hold on. I have enough. Now I have a list, right? I still have a list of items, but literally went through those items and said, nope, and just started like crossing things off. Yep. My biggest concern, honestly, and I want to be fair and equitable when it comes to how much I spend per child, but I have 2 daughters. I want to make sure that there's equity in how much I spend, but also how many presents are under the tree.
Yes.
So with that being said, that's where it's like, okay, no, I have enough.
Yeah.
So, good,
Yeah.
good.
And at this point, we're just talking gifts at this point in the budget, right?
Right.
So it's like, but the same principle applies,
Right.
whether you're budgeting for food, travel, anything. Like, there'll be that point where you're really close to that budget. You need to just dial back,
Pull back. Right.
maybe make some changes.
Good. All right. Well, okay. Habit number 1 is set a realistic budget. Awesome. Habit number 2, make a gift list and stick to it. I kind of feel like that we've gone over that, but that is actually a habit, right? So the budget, make a gift list and stick to it. And then once you have that list, avoid impulse buying.
Yes.
Right. And when
Yeah.
you're out shopping, even on Amazon, when you're online shopping, right, it's like, oh, this goes with what you just purchased.
Yep.
So be very cautious about, hitting that click button or getting something that's not on the list. Stay on track with your list. Another idea is prioritizing meaningful gifts over expensive ones. And I think that's something that we've shared in the past when it comes to, it's okay, to get something on eBay secondhand if it's something that someone really wants, or even if you want to make your own and do a DIY project, that's also a potential.
Yeah, one of the ones this year for me, I was asking my sister-in-law, I was like, what do you want? Is there anything that the kids really want? And she's like, well, we're kind of dialing back this year. We don't really want a lot of stuff. And she did say one thing, though. She said, my nephew, Jack, she's like, he loves the handmade cards that you make him.
Oh,
So I was like, well, there you go. Right. Well, if he really likes those, I can make him something.
Yes.
So I think that that's what I'm going to do this year. I'll make him a card. And she did say there were a couple other things that I could throw in, that they would like. But I was just kind of like, well, that's someone actually appreciates the homemade gifts,
Yeah. I love that.
So that's something
sweet.
if you're talented or gifted like that.
Yeah.
Or even interested in trying something new.
Right.
You might surprise people.
Absolutely. And if you don't have any ideas, look on Pinterest.
Oh my gosh, yes.
My sister-in-law just did those adorable wooden reindeer.
Oh,
they're
nice.
they're about this high, and she was like, "Oh, I just decorated this reindeer," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that would make such a cute, even like a hostess gift or something."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then I went on Pinterest, and then you can do the ornaments out of twigs.
Oh my gosh.
We could actually cut this tree right here and do something special with it.
Make a Christmas ornament with it.
Right.
Cool. Yeah. So just on that too, Pinterest, one of the things that I'm going back and forth about doing this year is making these little simmer pot potpourris.
Okay, yeah.
So and giving those as gifts. I have
Yes.
friends who maybe they don't want consumables, maybe they don't want more stuff, but this is something where it's got cinnamon, it's got orange, it's got apple, and you throw it all in a pot of water and you boil it on your stove, and it just kind of sends the scent throughout the house.
You know what? I think we actually have to do an episode on Pinterest. So
We totally
here's the
could.
other thing. My daughter got a sourdough loaf, or she's going to get a sourdough
yes.
loaf. Have you heard about the butter candles?
No.
So you get a mold, and it's just like a cup or whatever, right? And you basically put butter, and then you could do is it thyme? There was oregano,
rosemary.
rosemary. That's what it is. You put rosemary in it, and then you take a wick and you put it in the middle, and then you light it during the party, and the butter melts onto the sourdough. It looks amazing. We're gonna
okay,
try
I gotta
it
look that up.
Anyway, okay, now you can go to the next one, Lizzie, if you want.
Okay, so the next one, we're at habit number 3. Okay, so that is shop smart, shop early. And this is one of the things that I try to do every year, and I'm not always as good as it as I'd like to be. But there's a couple reasons why you'd want to try to shop as early as possible. And one of them is you can sometimes score a better deal earlier in the year than waiting for the Christmas season.
Right.
Sometimes stores have sales, friends and family sales. They'll have special season sales. Christmas in July is another one, particularly if retail's slumped during vacation time or whatever. They will sometimes really offer some good deals.
Right.
So if you already know what you're looking for, pay attention to where you want to buy it and when that seasonal discount, might come by. And the other one is when you know what you want to buy beforehand, you'll actually know when you're getting a good price.
Right.
And that's particularly notable around Black Friday and Cyber Monday. I don't know if you've seen, or anyone listening has seen some of those videos of The Black Friday marketing. Some people would pull the sign aside, and underneath it is the same price. I don't know how real or fake some of those are, but it's something worth note that we all know sometimes retailers will raise their price to lower it Black Friday just to make it look like you're getting a deal, or they'll offer you the same item at the same price and they'll just slap the Black Friday label on it. So you think you're saving. But the only way you'll know is if you've been paying attention to the pricing beforehand.
Right.
So I found that for me very useful because there were some items that I was considering buying, and around Black Friday I was like, this isn't really a discount. So it just helps being in the know. It helps you get the best price for what you're looking for.
100%. Good. Awesome. All right. So I think we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Talk about some more habits.
This holiday season, give yourself the gift of savings at Triangle Credit Union. We're spreading cheer with our new low auto refinance loan, just 4.99% APR. Refinance your ride and keep more cash for family, festivities, and maybe an extra gift or two. Don't wait. This special offer won't last. Visit trianglecu.org or call 603-889-2470.
So we're back, and today we're talking about 5 habits for holiday spending that can actually save you some money. So we've already talked a little bit about setting a realistic budget. That was habit number 1. Habit number 2, making a gift list and sticking to it. And then habit number 3 is shopping smart and early. So all good things. All right, habit number 4 is to limit non-essential spending. And Lizzie, you had mentioned this a little bit earlier when it came to like the decorations, and the budget items, or the items that typically are not on a budget but can be very expensive during the holidays. And honestly, I'm guilty of this too, is how often do people buy, they buy decor and then they keep it around for 1 or 2 years, and then there's something new that's trending, and the next thing you know, it's like, oh, I'm going to go out and I'm going to get, all new stuff.
Yeah.
And I know people that, they do this, and, it's like they'll do a special tree, and then the next year it's like, that's not the tree I want, and then they go out and they get all new stuff. So I would kind of classify, if you got the money, I'm all for it, right? I mean, and if it's in your budget, then that's fine. But I would consider, trending decor as like a non-essential item.
Totally.
Right?
My first thought of this is that is classically me in Home Goods. If I go into Home
100%.
Goods, and I go there it's kind of, I go there for retail therapy, really just to walk around and look at stuff. I don't always purchase.
Right.
But it's so easy for me to go there and be like, oh, I really like this thing, so I'll go buy it. And it's usually like a decoration piece or something. And then I go like a week or so later and I see something else. I'm like, oh, I really like that too. And so it's like you buy the 1 or 2 things, but then, as you keep going back, you see something else. And I mean, that's partly because I didn't plan or anything like that. But it's just one of
that
those...
would go back to the other one that you said about
the shopping. Wait, which one? The shopping earlier, or the budget?
Well, yeah, actually, all of them
All of
really.
them.
Oh no, it's actually the one that I covered where it was like prevent impulse buying.
Yes,
right?
yes. But see, at this point, it's like, if I were to impulse this time of year, it is usually on something like a decoration, which is a non-essential for many, and me included. Or it's, I'll buy a little something for myself.
Right.
That's another thing that, like, it's good to I'm not saying, like, don't treat yourself. I'm not saying if you find a good deal on something that you've wanted, buy it. But I am notorious for, I really like that. Well, it's holiday season. Let me buy it. And I don't just do that once. I do that 2 or 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
So it's just being mindful of that. And some of the things I've actually practiced more of being like, you know what, I can wait till the new year. I don't need this now.
Right.
And the price isn't really that different. I don't need it right now. So that's the non-essential thing, is just going back to that need versus want thing. Because, I mean, marketing messages are big. Like, they're great at telling you what you want. Like, I'm like, ooh, that looks really nice. I like that. I didn't know it existed, but now I want it. So, I mean, you just got to be mindful of that stuff.
Right. And for me, you had mentioned Home Goods, which is, oh my gosh,
Dangerous.
so beautiful. I love it in there. And there's retail therapy for sure. For me, it's when you go, like if I go into a place like Hobby Lobby, right? And Hobby Lobby will have their 40, 50, 60, 70%
yes.
off sales. And I'll be honest, like I love their stuff and I love their deals. And it's hard not to walk away with like a 10-foot Santa, or you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, look at that. Like who can't have one of these in their house? But I will tell you, I feel like that if there's a positive aspect to my personality, it comes down to not storing stuff. I don't like to store anything. Like my mom will say, well, what about this? Would you like this? I'm like, nope, I have no place to store it. I have no place to store
practical.
it. So that's really what it comes down to for me. That's, you know, I feel like it's helpful.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think too, like another thing I'm trying this year is if you're someone who really loves decorating for the holidays, because we're really throwing shade on decorations right
Yeah,
now.
no, it's I'm decked out at home. I'm
but
decked
that's
out.
where, like I said, that's mostly where I'm gonna
Right.
impulse if I impulse. Consider making your own. Like some people, they love decorating for Christmas. It just makes them so happy to have their home decorated and all, you know, filled with Christmas everything. So try making your own stuff too.
Right.
I mean, going back to Pinterest, here we go with Pinterest again. There's so many cool ideas for things you can just make. And if like a paper chain, for example, you know, you can get some nice decorative paper, make a paper chain, and at the end of the year, you can either save it or toss it.
I haven't actually.
I don't know.
I
Is
really,
that a good idea?
and I didn't have this on my list, but the paper chain idea is really good, especially when you get those advent calendars. Like in lieu of going out and buying an advent calendar, you could make a paper chain and actually have, like, you know, for every one of those chains, like an appreciation message for
That's a
your
great
for your
idea.
family, or you know, like,
Yeah.
and every year or every day, you know, somebody gets a chance to take it off and, you know, talk. You know, it would just be an
Yeah.
encouragement about, you know, how thankful I am for you, or, you know, why.
It's great for kids. Get
Yeah,
the kids
it
involved,
is.
right?
100%. 100%. Okay, super. So, so that is, you know, so that's habit number 4, limiting non-essential spending. And I do feel like that the decor is big. The other item here was outfits. And, you know,
good point. Yep.
we all have our little Christmas. I wouldn't say I love the sweater, so I'm not going to say it's my ugly sweater. But at the same time, it's like everybody goes out and gets those ugly sweaters, and I just don't know why. I'm like, but to each his own.
Well, they know they're ugly, so I
I
mean,
know, right? Okay, I guess they
it's
really want to
probably
win
for
that
a party.
contest.
Yeah,
They really want to
exactly.
win that contest. And events, and that's the other thing too. If you know that you love to go to a special show, or if there's going to be a Christmas concert that's going to, you know, or a holiday concert that's going to cost a little extra money, that has to be in a budget. And especially if you're looking at seats that are $100 or more.
Yes.
I mean, that should definitely, I would encourage people, don't buy those tickets this year. You buy them next year.
Yeah.
You know, and start in July, right? Start early, saving that money,
Yep.
so that you can have that, and then not get that that woe that comes, you know, post holiday.
The holiday hangover.
The holiday hangover. That's right. You know, so
Yes.
those are limiting non-essential spending. So that's habit number 4.
Okay, and so I have habit number 5, which is plan for post-holiday expenses. So, you know, I don't know about you, but for me, this is what happens is we all, depending on how we've structured our holiday shopping, a lot of us tend to pay for the Christmas spending in January, right? I know, like, credit card bills come around, you know, any loans you have, all that kind of stuff. So we end up paying for our Christmas season after the Christmas season. And if we haven't done the things we've mentioned and we've gone over budget, we've overspent, we'll likely be paying that months into the next year. So a couple problems with that is you're not really going to be able to start saving for the next season. So you're kind of starting off behind. And the other thing is too, is if it's on a payment plan or some sort, you are paying interest on that. So you do have to be mindful of what that's going to be costing you. So a couple tips to plan for this is, you know, obviously pay for things early, right? Try not to, in your budget, if you can, avoid maybe charging it on your credit card and instead pay cash or use a debit card. If you want to use your credit card because, there's a lot of good opportunities for getting cashback points, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I use it too. You get a lot of points back. Apply some of those points you've earned towards your balance come the new year to just cut that balance down a bit. Another thing to do is in January, look at your bills, and if your interest rates are high, try a balance transfer or a debt consolidation loan. Sometimes you can get some good rates in the new year for something like that, and it'll cut down your interest payments. And then finally is consider your payment methods before the season begins. And the reason I'm saying that is that, again, back to credit cards tend to have higher interest rates than some other forms of lending. So consider if you're doing a lot of purchases and you're likely going to be paying that balance, you might be paying like 25% interest. So think about the opportunity for maybe some lower cost options. And Triangle does our holiday cash typically every year. It's a personal loan. So just something to consider. Consider alternative financing options if you need that as an opportunity. So anything else you want to add to that, Terry?
No, I mean, I feel like that you summed it up well. I feel like that, that we have to start thinking now about January as being the financial month.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? It's like that's when those credit cards come due or the bills start coming in, no matter what holiday you celebrate.
Right.
And it can be overwhelming. So.
Yep. Oh, and one other thing I want to add to that too, is again setting aside money in advance. Save ahead. Like, so if you are on point, you get your balances down. You're set this come year. You're good in January or even February at this point. Start saving for the next season and use a tool like Triangle's Goal Builder. I did that this past year, and it significantly helped me so much because I had it set in advance. And over time, come Christmas, the money's now available. Right. So, I mean, it's always available, but it's been accumulating as a savings method. So, I couldn't push that one more in the sense of save cash ahead of time if you can. Because even if you still put stuff on your credit cards, it's a nice buffer because I have this money available for spending. And you know what I mean? Right. It's helpful. Right. Check it out.
Yep. No,
it's helpful.
That's a nice one to wrap up on, Liz. So thank you for doing that. Okay. So just to recap, habit number 1, setting a realistic budget. Number 2, make a gift list and stick to it. Number 3, shop smart and early. Number 4, limit non-essential spending. And number 5 is plan for post-holiday expenses. With that, Liz, I do have to say, I wanted to ask, are you all done your shopping?
Not yet. Oh! I'm almost done.
Okay.
I'm almost done. There's a couple things on my list I've yet to get and a few things I'm going to end up making.
Oh, very nice.
So
good.
How about you?
I'm probably about 85% done.
Yeah.
And something very similar. I've got a couple of things that I need to make, so it's all fun.
I got to check out all those other Pinterest ideas you just shared.
There's some cute ones. I love the little ornament with the little the reindeer.
The reindeer.
Ornament. So cute.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much. I hope that you have happy holidays, and next year, if you're in a bind this year with these tips, next year you'll be in a much safer space when it comes to your finances. So enjoy the holidays, everybody.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning into this episode of the Making Money Personal podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, we'd love to hear from you. Send us an email at tcupodcast@trianglecu.org or reach out to us on social media. Thank you to all of our subscribers, and if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any new episodes or money tips. Thanks again for listening and have a great day.